I have a lot to catch you up on. It's January 2024 and I am incredibly busy. I'm sorry I have not been making a ton of YouTube videos. I am running a bookkeeping business. If you don't know, I started 3 years ago. Now I am busier than I have ever been in my entire life. A ton of people are reaching out to me, asking me for help with their bookkeeping. I got a ton of clients last year, and I'm going to tell you a quick story about the biggest client that I ever got. If you are thinking about starting a bookkeeping business, let me encourage you for a couple reasons. First, it's a necessary service. Every business owner needs to have bookkeeping because they need to file their taxes and they need to know how much money they made and how much money they spent. And the only way they'll know that is with bookkeeping. So it's a necessary service. Also, you can work remotely, you can work virtually, you can service clients all over the country. So you have a ton of customers to choose from, and you can work in the comfort of your own home, or you can work while you're on vacation, or you can work in the middle of the night, or during the day, or early in the morning. There is a ton of flexibility with a bookkeeping business. And finally, there is recurring revenue. People need these services every single month. So if you make a sale, you are not just making a sale for that one time, but you are making a sale for the life of the customer every single month. So if you land a customer $500 a month, that's not just a $500 sale. That is a $6,000 per year sale. So as long as you can keep the customer, then you will potentially have revenue recurring every single month. Now that brings me to an important point. So I tell everybody this, starting a bookkeeping business is a 4-step process. First step, you got to learn QuickBooks and bookkeeping. Second step, you got to do marketing and sales to actually get customers. But I want to talk about the third step here, and that's delivering high quality customer service. And this is the most important step because of that recurring monthly revenue concept. You're spending so much time and energy, potentially money, on advertising and marketing. You finally land a client. So you might as well do a really good job so that you keep that client, because it's so much easier to just keep a client than it is to get a client, lose a client, and then get a new client. Plus, if you do a good job through word of mouth referrals, your business should naturally spread from one customer to another customer. If you do a good job, your current customers are very likely to tell their friends about you. And word of mouth referrals really go a long way. People are so much more likely to trust somebody like a financial professional whenever it comes from a trusted friend through a word of mouth referral. So just do a good job as a bookkeeper and your business is just going to naturally spread like wildfire. And then you're going to keep customers, you're going to get more customers, you're just going to have more and more recurring revenue. So that brings me to a quick story that I want to tell, how I landed a $16,000 cleanup. So now is the time for bookkeeping. Like now is our busy season. January, February, March of every single year, bookkeepers are incredibly busy and business owners are stressed out right now because they need to file their taxes and they need bookkeeping to file their taxes. So a ton of people are going to start calling you if they haven't already. Now, I landed a trucking company and they paid me $16,000 to do their 2023 bookkeeping, but there's more to the story. So if I go back in time about 6 months in the summer of 2023, I was making a ton of YouTube videos. I was making tutorials on how to do bookkeeping, how to use QuickBooks, and that is where this client found me. The owner of the company was trying to do her own bookkeeping, so she stumbled across my YouTube video where I was just making a random QuickBooks tutorial. So, side note, if you are trying to get customers, I strongly recommend consider making tutorials on YouTube, because the people who are going to watch your tutorials are people who are very interested in hiring a bookkeeper. They already have a business. They're trying to do their own bookkeeping, and they're already struggling and feeling frustrated because they're searching on the internet for help. So they're struggling, they're frustrated, they need help with their bookkeeping. So last ditch effort, let me try to do this myself. Let me go to YouTube, see if I can't watch a tutorial, and they're gonna find your video. They're gonna watch your video. They're gonna learn how to do a little bit of bookkeeping, and then if they still can't figure it out, they're going to call you because they already know who you are. They already trust you. They already see that you know about QuickBooks and bookkeeping because they watched your video. So if you are even considering making videos, I strongly recommend make YouTube tutorials on how business owners can do their own bookkeeping in QuickBooks. And the best thing is, these YouTube videos stay on the internet forever. They're what's called evergreen because they don't go away. And people search for stuff on YouTube all the time. So if you're trying to get customers, consider making tutorials on YouTube. That is how I got this trucking company 6 months ago. And they were in a pinch. They needed to go through an insurance audit. They were trying to save $300,000 on their insurance. So they needed financial statements, but they didn't have them. So they were trying to do it themselves. They couldn't do it, so they hired me 6 months ago. I did 2 years of bookkeeping for them, and I made $20,000. And I was thinking, wow, this is never going to happen again. This is the craziest thing ever. I am so blessed to be in this position, to be in this situation, to land this massive client. And then they continued paying me $1,200 every month. So they paid me $20,000 upfront to do 2 years of previous bookkeeping. And then, like I was talking about, recurring monthly revenue, they continued to pay me $1,200 every month to continue doing their bookkeeping. Now, fast forward 6 months, we're in January. This trucking company also just so happens to have a repair shop. So they are a trucking company and they also fix trucks. They work on some of their own trucks, they work on some other trucks, but they have two pretty large companies. I was already doing bookkeeping for the trucking company and they needed help with their repair company. So I told them it's going to be an extra $1,200 per month. I asked them, when do you need me to start? She said, I need help for all of 2023. I said, okay. I sent her a bill for $1,200 times 12 months for 2023 and January 2024. So $1,200 times 13 is $15,600. That's how much I sent them an invoice for. They paid it immediately because they need bookkeeping, because bookkeeping is a necessary service. It's not a luxury service. People can't decide, oh, do I want bookkeeping? No, I don't think I want bookkeeping this year. Maybe I'll wait until next year. Literally, they need bookkeeping. There is no option. Either they do it themselves or they hire somebody like you or like me to do it for them. Most of the time, people either don't have time to do their own bookkeeping, or they just don't want to do it, or they don't know how to do it. If they don't have time or they don't know how to do it, they have to hire you or they have to hire me. If they just don't want to do their bookkeeping, maybe they could do it, but maybe they just don't want to. So maybe they'll do it themselves, maybe they'll hire you. But regardless, it needs to get done. It's a necessary service. So this trucking company paid me $20,000 last year. They paid me $16,000 this year, and they're going to continue to pay me $2,400 every single month as long as they stay in business and as long as they are happy with the services that I provide for them. So, like I said, starting a bookkeeping business is a multi-step process. You got to learn bookkeeping and QuickBooks first, and then you got to develop a marketing and sales strategy, and then you have to deliver high quality customer service. That is the most important part. I need to keep these clients. Like, I've already made the QuickBooks YouTube tutorials. I've already created social media marketing content. I've already done sales calls, and I've sent people DMs on Facebook. I've already done all that work to get all of these clients. Now I just need to deliver high quality customer service. It's really not that hard. We just do bookkeeping, and it's a 3-step process. I just categorize transactions, reconcile accounts, and I generate financial reports. So delivering high quality customer service, as long as you're genuinely trying to do your best, it's really not that hard. And then I always tell people this: step number 4 for starting and growing a successful bookkeeping business is you have to work really, really hard. Don't ever let anybody tell you that starting any business, or really doing anything for that matter, is easy. It's going to be hard if you want to be successful. So I just wanted to make this video real quick to share with you guys a couple updates on my business. I'm going to try my best to continue making videos about my bookkeeping business, teaching you how to start your own bookkeeping business. But I'm going to be honest with you, my videos are probably going to be few and far between in these next 3 months because I am absolutely swamped. And now I have 56 clients and I'm bringing in, I think, like $23,000 of monthly recurring revenue. So I am absolutely swamped right now. I don't really have time to make these videos, but I will try to do my best. If any of you want to learn how to start a bookkeeping business, there's a ton of links in the description of this video. Go ahead and check everything out. I don't have time to go over it all, but if you like this video and subscribe to my channel, I'll talk to you guys in the next video.